In the grim darkness of the far future, where there is only war, the Deathwatch stands as a bulwark against the encroaching shadows of alien threats. A specialized and elite branch of the Adeptus Astartes, the Deathwatch is tasked with the perilous duty of hunting down and exterminating the myriad of Xenos races that threaten humanity. Formed in the aftermath of the Great Crusade, the Deathwatch was born out of necessity, a response to the growing menace of alien species that plagued the Imperium. While many Space Marine chapters are dedicated to the protection of particular worlds or sectors, the Deathwatch is a collective of warriors from various chapters, united under the watchful eye of the Ordo Xenos, a division of the Inquisition. The roots of the Deathwatch can be traced back to the early days of the Imperium, when the first encounters with alien species revealed the terrifying diversity of threats beyond the stars. The Emperor of Mankind, recognizing the need for a dedicated force to combat these Xenos, established a program to recruit the finest warriors from various Space Marine chapters. These warriors would serve under the Deathwatch for a period of time, typically a standard decade, before returning to their respective chapters. This unique structure ensured that knowledge and experience were shared across the chapters, creating a formidable cadre of elite warriors who were not only skilled in combat, but also well-versed in the myriad ways of their alien foes. The Deathwatch operates from their fortress monastery, Watch Fortress Erioch, located in the Jericho Reach. This fortified bastion serves as both a base of operations and a training ground for new recruits. It is a place where warriors from diverse backgrounds come together, sharing their experiences and honing their skills in the art of Xenos extermination. The Watch Fortress is a hive of activity, filled with the sounds of bolter drills, tactical briefings, and the constant hum of machinery. The hallways are adorned with the trophies of past victories, alien skulls, weapons, and relics that serve as grim reminders of the battles fought and won. Among the many leaders of the Deathwatch, one figure stands out: Watch Captain Artemis. A veteran of countless campaigns, Captain Artemis is both respected and feared. Renowned for his tactical genius and unyielding resolve, he has led his kill teams into the most dangerous of situations, emerging victorious against overwhelming odds. Artemis is a stoic leader, his demeanor often cold and calculating, but with an unwavering loyalty to his brothers and the Imperium. His experience is invaluable, and his knowledge of Xenos species is second to none, making him an essential asset in the ongoing war against the alien menace. Another key leader is the enigmatic librarian Marius, a psyker of considerable power. Gifted with the ability to peer into the future and read the minds of his enemies, Librarian Marius serves as a crucial asset in the Deathwatch's efforts to combat Xenos threats. His visions often provide the Deathwatch with vital intelligence, allowing them to anticipate enemy movements and devise strategies that can turn the tide of battle. Marius is known for his cryptic manner of speaking and his deep connection to the warp, which lends him an air of mystery. His knowledge of the Xenos and their psychic capabilities makes him a formidable opponent in any engagement. The Deathwatch warriors, known as the Watchers, are divided into kill teams, each consisting of a small squad of Space Marines drawn from different chapters, bringing their unique skills and weapons to the fight. Every kill team is assembled based on the specific threat they face, allowing for a highly adaptable and versatile force. These warriors undergo rigorous training, honing their skills not just in combat, but also in the art of stealth and reconnaissance, essential for the role of Xenos hunters. The Deathwatch is known for its use of specialized weaponry and war gear, often outfitted with unique items tailored to exploit the weaknesses of their Xenos foes. This dedication to adaptability is a hallmark of their approach to warfare, allowing them to face the most bizarre and dangerous creatures the galaxy has to offer. As the years go by, the Deathwatch has become synonymous with bravery and sacrifice. Their battles against the alien scourge are many, and their victories are hard-won. Each engagement serves to elevate the legends of the Deathwatch, as stories of their exploits spread across the Imperium. However, with each victory comes the burden of loss. Comrades fall in battle, and the toll of war weighs heavily on the shoulders of every watcher. Yet, for those who serve in the Deathwatch, the call of duty is an honor, and the fight against Xenos is a sacred mission. One such mission would forever mark the history of the Deathwatch. It was during the war against the Tyranids, a ravenous swarm of bio-organic horrors, that Captain Artemis and his kill team were thrust into a battle that would test their resolve and skill like never before. The Tyranids, with their insatiable hunger and relentless advance, posed a dire threat to the worlds of the Jericho Reach. As the swarm descended upon the planet of Vesper Prime, a vital forge world, the Deathwatch was called into action. Captain Artemis gathered his kill team, a mix of warriors from the Ultramarines, Blood Angels, and Dark Angels. Each member brought their unique strengths to the team, and together they prepared for the onslaught. As they launched from their Watch Fortress, the atmosphere was thick with tension and determination. They knew the stakes. If the Tyranids overran Vesper Prime, the consequences would be catastrophic. The Forge World was not only a center of production for vital war materials, but also a key strategic location in the fight against the Xenos. To lose it would mean a significant blow against the Imperium itself. Upon landing, the scene was one of chaos. The once bustling factories and forges were now shrouded in smoke and ash, the air filled with the sounds of distant explosions and the terrifying war cries of the Tyranids. The kill team moved swiftly, using their training to traverse the ruined landscape. Captain Artemis took point, his bolter at the ready, eyes scanning for any signs of the enemy. The team moved in silence, their power armor enhancing their natural abilities, allowing them to blend into the war-torn environment. As they approached a critical choke point where the Tyranids were massing for an assault, they set up a defensive perimeter. The ground trembled as the first wave of Tyranids charged forward, Gaunts, Hormagaunts, and the larger, more menacing warriors, all propelled by their insatiable hunger. The Deathwatch warriors braced themselves, their bolters roaring to life as they unleashed a hail of explosive rounds into the oncoming horde. The air was filled with the acrid smell of burning Xenos flesh, and the ground was littered with the remains of the fallen. But the Tyranids were relentless. For every one that fell, 2 more took its place. The kill team fought valiantly, their training and resolve shining through as they executed precise shots and tactical maneuvers. Captain Artemis barked orders, coordinating their efforts to maximize their firepower. He moved with deadly efficiency, dispatching Tyranids with ruthless precision. Beside him, Brother Seraphus of the Blood Angels wielded his chainsword with a ferocity that matched the enemy's onslaught, slicing through the alien flesh as though it were mere paper. As the battle raged on, the tide began to shift. The kill team's position was becoming compromised, and the relentless wave of Tyranids showed no signs of abating. Just when it seemed the situation could not worsen, a monstrous creature emerged from the shadows, a Carnifex, a towering behemoth of chitin and muscle, its massive claws ready to rend flesh from bone. The sight of the creature sent a chill through the hearts of even the most seasoned warriors. "Focus, fire," Captain Artemis commanded, and the kill team unleashed a concentrated barrage of fire upon the creature. The Carnifex roared in anger and pain, its carapace cracking under the weight of their fire, but it pressed forward, undeterred. Brother Marius, sensing the desperation of the moment, called upon the powers of the warp. With a surge of psychic energy, he unleashed a blast of psychic force that struck the Carnifex, staggering it and buying precious moments for the team. The moment of respite was brief, and the kill team pressed their advantage. Brother Thorn of the Dark Angels charged forward, a crock grenade primed in his hand. With a battle cry, he hurled the grenade at the wounded Carnifex, and it detonated with a thunderous explosion, sending shards of alien carapace flying. The creature roared one last time before collapsing to the ground, lifeless, but the victory was short-lived. The swarm continued to pour forth, and the kill team found themselves surrounded. They were forced to fall back, retreating to a more defensible position as the Tyranids closed in. Captain Artemis knew they needed to regroup and call for reinforcements. The situation was dire, but they had not yet been defeated. As they fell back, they fought with the ferocity of cornered beasts, covering each other as they made their way to a fortified building where they could make a stand. Inside, they barricaded the doors and prepared for the inevitable onslaught. The sounds of the Tyranids crashing against the walls echoed through the structure, a relentless reminder of the danger outside. Captain Artemis took a moment to assess his team. They were battered but unbroken, their spirits unyielding in the face of overwhelming odds. "Brothers," he said, his voice steady and commanding, "we will not fall today. We are the Deathwatch, and we stand as guardians of humanity. We will hold this position until the last of us draws breath. We fight not just for ourselves, but for every soul on this world." With renewed determination, the kill team prepared for the next wave. As the walls shook under the force of the Tyranid assault, Artemis and his brothers readied their weapons. They knew that every second counted, and they had to hold long enough for reinforcements to arrive. The door burst open, and the Tyranids flooded in like a tide of death. The kill team fought with all their might, bolters firing, blades slashing. Brother Seraphus was the first to engage, his chainsword revving and roaring as it tore through the nearest gaunt. The others followed suit, each warrior embodying the resolve of the Emperor's wrath. Every shot fired, every enemy felled, was a testament to their training and brotherhood. Yet, for every Tyranid they killed, more took their place. As the battle wore on, exhaustion began to set in. Brother Thorn, his armor scorched and battered, fell back against the wall, reloading his bolter with shaking hands. He gritted his teeth, refusing to give in to despair, but the weight of the fight pressed heavily upon him. Just when the situation seemed most dire, a roar of engines filled the air. The sound of reinforcements arrived. Additional kill teams from the Deathwatch had come to their aid. The roar of their drop pod engines echoed above the cataclysm of battle, and with a thunderous crash, the reinforcements landed in the courtyard outside, pouring fire into the oncoming swarm. The tide began to turn once more, the Deathwatch warriors coordinating their fire with lethal precision. Captain Artemis seized the moment, rallying his team. "Brothers, we press forward. Today we take the fight to them." With renewed vigor, they charged out of the building, bolters blazing as they cut a path through the remaining Tyranids. The combined might of the Deathwatch was overwhelming, and the Xenos began to falter, their advance broken by the fierce counterattack. As the last remnants of the Tyranid swarm were driven back, the battlefield fell silent save for the ragged breathing of the surviving warriors. They stood amidst the wreckage of their foes, the landscape transformed into a testament to their resolve. Captain Artemis surveyed the scene, the bodies of the fallen lying as grim reminders of the battle fought. Victory had come at a steep cost. The kill team had suffered losses, and even as they celebrated their hard-won triumph, the shadow of grief loomed over them. Each warrior felt the weight of their brothers lost in the fight against the encroaching darkness, a reminder of the unforgiving nature of their duty. Yet the Deathwatch would endure. They would continue to stand against the Xenos, to protect humanity from the horrors that lay beyond the stars. Captain Artemis, with the memories of his fallen brothers etched into his heart, vowed to carry their legacy forward. The fight was far from over, and the Deathwatch would remain vigilant, ever ready to face, whatever threats awaited them in the void. In the end, their resolve would serve as a beacon of hope in a galaxy consumed by despair, a testament to the unyielding spirit of the Emperor's chosen. And as they prepared for their next mission, they knew that they would face the darkness together, as brothers in arms, united in their sacred duty as Xenos hunters,